I, Thoth, share my secrets with you. I share the wisdom that I have gathered across the ages, and I shall reveal the secrets of your hidden past. But first, what is Thoth but pure consciousness, an eternal thought extending from the Father Mind, growing form to pure wisdom and holding it across the cosmos? I exist on many worlds, and I expand across the multiverse in many forms. I am known to many, yet very few truly understand my nature. I shall attempt to shed light on this mystery so you can get a glimpse of the ancient past and reveal that which has been hidden for so long. I extend from the eternal Father Mind across the cosmos. I live in your world, yet I exist on many planes of time and space. I am the keeper and holder of all knowledge known to man and beyond. In other realms, I manifest in different forms, in complete resonance with the respective culture. My consciousness can manifest in different ways. In your world, I was born time and time again in the form of a man, whenever it was in alignment with my mission. I am the preserver of knowledge, so I have come forth at many critical points in your Earth's history to make sure that the eternal wisdom of the Father Mind lives on. Now, I walk among you in many forms. I am not limited to one embodiment at a time, for I am truly infinite, just as the Father. I have lived across the ages, and I've been known to your race under many names. Know, O children, that you are of the same nature. All of us have a specific mission that we are ready to uphold throughout eternity's existence. All of us have chosen a path of exploration, a theme we wish to bring into completion, while we inhabit the cosmos of free will and duality. We shall only return to complete oneness when we have experienced all there is to be experienced, and our search for the eternal truth has been satisfied. May my words awaken the sleeping giant within you. May you remember the lessons of the past so you can better understand your future. I bridge time and space, past, present, and future. Remember your heritage, my children, for you are truly infinite, bridging eternity itself, just as the Father. Chapter 1. The Great Fall. I've lived through many ages, but the one notable for your day and age is the civilization you call Atlantis. Atlantis was founded by the survivors of the previous civilization and the star races who were tasked to ensure that civilization flourished once more here on Earth. It was the time when the two races merged, for the children of Earth merged with the children of the stars to bring new codes into the Earth sphere, and to mutate the human race into a new direction. Know that there are many humans across the cosmos going back millions of solar cycles, as well here in this world, which are representatives of these star tribes. There are many human races here on Earth, the difference between you being evident and visible. Some hold on to the idea that these physical differences are the natural byproduct of you evolving in different geographical areas, thus the physical differences. One's location may have an effect on one's physical evolution, for there are human beings that live under the light of a different star, so their bodies have evolved in a different direction than yours. But here on Earth, there are no such radical differences in your environment. The different races in your world are the result of coming from different locations to live here together in this great experiment of life. Your animal and plant kingdom have the same nature, as there are many species present in your ecosystem that are not native to this planet. They were brought in ages ago as a grand experiment of what can be achieved here on Earth. Not all worlds have such a diverse biosphere as the Earth. The planet herself gives life to many unique species, and her true gift is that she can accept compatible species into her being and make them her own. This is why many star races have a vested interest in this world, for the greatest value in the cosmos is genetics and genetic memory. All souls seek perfection, and all beings seek to improve themselves. thus the great need for research for what can be achieved evolution-wise. There were many human races on planet Earth in the cycle of Atlantis, some living as nomads, living in the wilderness as our ancestors did, and some choosing a different path to rise in consciousness to new states of awareness. Thus, the star races arrived once more to assist in the birthing of a new cycle, which you call Atlantis. They were the governors of the evolved races. They showed us the mysteries of the cosmos and how to live on Earth and in heaven. To inherit more of their gifts, our races merged and created new branches in the evolutionary tree of the human race. But as there were beings of light among us, so too were there beings of shadow. We were shielded by the beings of light, and they gave us keys that we could use to ward off evil, for we lacked such knowledge in the past. Yet in the end, they could not save us from ourselves. Earth is a free will zone, where one can explore the greatest light, yet one can also sink into the great depths of darkness. Thus, we have evolved through the ages, growing ever more in the knowledge of light, holding off the forces of darkness, defending the land, living on further exploring that which we can create to see how far we can push the limits of human awareness. The star races lived among us. Earth was an information exchange center where many could gather and meet in peace, share their knowledge with other civilizations. And we, the Atlantean people, also profited from this great sharing of the light. A portion of our race evolved to unimaginable heights compared to your current understanding, yet some tribes chose to live in the wilderness as our ancestors did. Since Earth is a free will planet, we respected their choice, and also we left them to their ways, so if another cataclysm would occur, they would be the basis from which we could start a new human civilization. We valued their skill of survival, for they could adapt to the harshest environments. We knew that without our technological advancements, we would not be able to survive for very long. We based our lives on a society that was interlinked, and all of us were dependent on the tools that we created. Thus, in light of this, as well as of the looming possibility of another cataclysm, we constructed plans on how we could overcome it. We learned much from the past, so we devised plans that would ensure the survival of the human race in case such an event would occur again. Our seers pierced into possible future timelines and foresaw the possibility of our fail. So we started to work out a way to derail the cataclysm, for our knowledge allowed us to manipulate the movement of the Earth. We opened portals to different realities, successfully bridging time and space, traveling into realms that are beyond the imagination of the current human race, but gradually, this caused instability in the magnetosphere of the planet. At first, these side effects were not anticipated, so over the ages our civilization became dependent on such ways of travel and communication with other spaces. We could not just shut it all down and move on, for our survival depended on it. Our civilization was interlinked with others, and if we would isolate ourselves, our civilization would slowly collapse. Plans were put into motion to gradually reduce our usage of this technology, but in the end, it was too late for us. Over the ages, we caused a great rupture in the fields of the Earth, and the decision to reduce this harmful technology came too late. The Earth's magnetic field continued to deteriorate further, and as this happened, war broke out. There were factions who wanted to evacuate this world and migrate to other planets. Others wished to save our current civilizations, and there were the ones who wanted all of it destroyed. From the shadows, they manipulated the Atlantean factions, and instead of letting the Earth tear us apart slowly, we did it to ourselves in a matter of years. We turned to our sciences to wage war on one another, destroying entire continents, laying siege and eradicating entire tribes. And in the end, we truly ended up on the timeline where the destruction of Atlantis became inevitable. The plan that would ensure the survival of our race was set in motion, and we prepared for the worst. Earth must be cleansed of this evil, some said, and we devised an operation that would ensure total obliteration of Atlantis. to wipe the earth clean of all the horrors that were unleashed. The portals that allowed us to travel were reverted, and thus we changed the rotation of the Earth's core, bringing about massive seismic activity. We moved continents, and as the planes of the Earth shifted, this created incredible tidal waves that washed away everything in their path. The ones who chose to rebuild after things settled gathered in the spaceship. From orbit, we watched how the elements wiped everything off the face of the Earth. We were the core team who had to ensure that civilization continues. It took hundreds of years for the Earth to completely settle, and when the time came, we landed. We chose a way station in the middle of the continent that you call Africa. Once it was a great city, but now it lies hidden underneath an ocean of sand. We based our operations there, slowly began to send expeditions to different parts of the world to assess what remained of our great civilization. While we were sleeping in space, the star races started to guide the native tribes to new locations where they will be able to start settlements. And when we arrived at those spots, we planted the seeds of a new civilization. Chapter 2. The Story of Thoth. I've come to share the secrets of the past so you may better understand where you're heading. You may see the old being repeated in the now, but rest assured, for what is unfolding right now was planned before the Great Fall. I will share the origins of the fractal of God or persona that you know as Thoth. I am known to your race by many names, yet this persona that you know began at the dawn of Atlantis. I traveled the cosmos for eons beyond imagination in order to share my knowledge that I inherited from my father, and thus I was guided by him through the celestial portal called Sirius to your world. I landed and merged my soul essence with Earth's collective. O Great Mother, let me be the guide of your children from life unto life. Let me show them the wisdom of eternity. Let me preserve the knowledge throughout the ages. Thus, I became one with her, moving from life to life, freely taking from whatever needed so that I may fulfill my oath. Guide I am to the children of Earth in your age and beyond. I took on many forms during the cycle of Atlantis, yet the one that you recognize in your current age is the persona that you call Thoth, the Atlantean. It is my unique form that bridges cycles, ensuring the continuation of civilization so we can start anew and bring forth the age of light. From now on, I shall speak from the perspective of this persona. I was born on the island of Undal. Long before the collapse of our civilization, I came in to ensure the continuation of Atlantis after the great cataclysm takes place. I was raised by my father to be a channel of order in the world, and to be the embodiment of the Father in the great times of change. I advanced rapidly, for I was able to retain much of my knowledge from life to life. It was a time when forgetfulness at birth was not a common side effect of being born on the earth as it is now. Once you raise the collective vibration and after you reconstruct the planetary grid, you will be able to function in a more holistic way, as we did back in my time. I knew that the fall was inevitable, for we missed the time window of the collective evolutionary jump in our cycle. We were derailed by a specific group that worked from the shadows. We were deceived to take specific detours in our evolution, to explore things that were not essential for our advancement. And this fractured our unity as a collective in subtle ways, unnoticeable to many. As we moved forward on the timeline, we became more fractured as a collective and on an individual level, thus not being able to reach critical mass, which would have ensured the collective evolution of the human race. Gateway technology was devised to bring our species to new heights, yet it was the key to our downfall from the very beginning. As the collapse of our culture was near, most of us reverted to our primal-based nature. Everything that we worked on for ages to advance ourselves as a collective fell apart, as mass consciousness regressed back to a lower vibration, completely canceling the chance of a collective evolutionary jump. I was the leader of the expedition who had to ensure that civilization continues. After the Earth settled and the native tribes migrated to the predestined locations, we arrived as the gods of the past. It took us many generations to develop a steady relationship with the primitive tribes, for compared to them, some of us were truly as gods walking on Earth. For centuries, I lived among them, unchanged, untouched by the fingers of death. I shared my knowledge with them and sent forth many groups to different parts of the world to start similar pockets of civilizations. I lived in the land of Chem, and eventually our base of operations moved to that location. I created ways to translate our knowledge into symbols, into a language that was understood by the local tribes. Thus the hieroglyphics were born. I transformed our writings into lesser symbols that could live on for many years to come. Their meaning and resonance were reduced, yet the keys are still there to access the full extent of the knowledge that they offer. Now that I have set humanity on a course that will ensure the coming of the Age of Light, I must rest. I must return to the depths of the earth where I shall be reborn, as I have done so many times. I will share the secrets of rebirth, for there are many mysteries in the cosmos, but how could one explore them in just one lifetime? Our stay here on Earth is fleeting. It is washed away by sand, and in the end, nothing remains of our mortal coil. But your soul essence, my children, it sees all, it lives through all, and it can never cease to exist. For the body is nothing. The soul is all. Chapter 3. The Secret of Earth's Heart. Many times I have descended into the depths of the earth, walked through the gate of fire, and been reborn anew, as the Mother has given me new life, new strength, and kept me in form while I lived my mission. Now I shall share the secrets of the earth, how one can renew oneself in this life, and how one can move from life to life. Be warned, for if your heart is not pure, if your consciousness and physical structure is tainted, it shall not work, for you will not be able to match the frequencies of Earth's heart. To all children, the key to all things is resonance. If you cannot shift your own vibration at will, your attempt shall be futile, for she will reject your essence. Purify your body, purify your consciousness, for if your body and mind are polluted by dark things, you will not be able to ascend from life unto life in a conscious manner. This is why the adepts fast. This is why they cleanse their minds, so they may pass through the gate of fire that bars the way for the unworthy. Osiris, O great guardian, master of death and rebirth, show the way to the children of earth. Once ye have descended unto the earth as I have, to be the guardian of life, from life unto life. Show the way to the children, guide them, guard them on their path from life unto life. Once you have passed the gate of fire, you are free to enter the realm of Earth's heart, for one that is not pure may not merge its essence with the pureness of Earth's core. Know, O child, that you are a being of fire. Your body is made of the earth, yet your soul burns bright eternally, just as the sun, just as the core of the earth. See your heart's fire being as one with Earth's fire. Merge the two into one. Utter these words to rejuvenate your body made of earth. O great Mother, you who has given me life, sustain me in this form. Lend me your strength, lend me your wisdom, so I may also be a child of the light. So shall you speak when moving from one life to the next. O great Mother, grant me passage from this life to the next. Show me the way, guide me on my path. Lend me your strength, so I may be strong in my new form, and may the light of the One shine through me to all. Thus move the great masters from one life to the next. Know that this process must be complete while you are conscious of yourself. If you pass in an unconscious manner, you will flow with the river of light, drifting to the shore which is closest to your resonance. Just as you have lived in a conscious manner, so you must pass in a conscious manner. Always remember, my children, that you are the masters of life, from life unto life. Love is the beginning and end of all things. Disorder is caused by detachment from God. Disorder is caused by indulging in the illusions of the senses. For that realm of thought is fleeting. It is not real. The law is all, and all things are governed by it. Seek not that which is not of the law, for ye shall never find a straight path through life. Chapter 4. The Land of Immortals. I greet you, children of earth, from the Land of Immortals. I have spent many lifetimes in the land of Cam, where the heavens reflect on earth. I chose to take a body many times here, as this was my predestined dwelling place, the center of power, from which I could govern all other vortexes across the globe. I have seeded many centers of civilizations and similar vortex points across the earth to hold the heavenly frequencies, ensuring that the dark ages may not extinguish the light of humanity. We were prepared for the coming of the Dark Ones, for we knew that their arrival would sink the collective consciousness of humanity into the lowest density, manifesting darkness to the highest degree. We devised plans on how to preserve the eternal knowledge of the Father Mind, in one form or another, for they are indispensable on the path of the initiate. One who is well on his way toward attainment can easily recall such information, yet souls who are lost in the maze of illusions need a tangible source of knowledge, a proof that shall spark the flame within. This has been most difficult because the Dark Ones sought to suppress and utterly destroy any remnants of this sacred wisdom. But know, children, that no one individual or group of beings may overrule the will of the Father. All has been hidden so that it could be rediscovered and reintroduced into the collective thought of humanity at the proper time. Now comes the age of enlightenment. The discernment of truth is vital on the path of attainment, for how could one hope to attain wisdom if one cannot even tell the difference between illusion and truth? Truth is lasting, imperishable, indestructible, as is the all-soul, and all which is unworthy or unreal disappears, just as a fleeting thought in the minds of men. Do not base your life on that which is not real, for you will wander eternally in circles, never finding the way. You have all decided to invest your being in the great experience that you call Earth, to partake in what can be achieved in consciousness and in physical form, to create a new human being, a being that is able to traverse the stars not just by mind, but also in physical form. In order to take the next step, you will have to leave behind all illusions and distortions that have poisoned your mind for such a long time. Embody truth of the highest, and take it across the cosmos. For how could God be complete without the enlightened children of Mother Earth roaming the stars? How could the cosmos reach its true potential without its shepherds holding the light? Be the masters of thyself, my children. Balance all the emotions within, not by suppressing them, but by being able to use them to bring about the desired change. Your emotions are like musical notes. Learn to play at will with your own mind's frequencies, so you may be able to bring forth the melodies of heaven. By doing so, you will be able to invoke the desired frequencies in order to bring about change in a conscious manner. Make your intention strong. Fuel it with the proper emotion. Hold it. Keep your mind focused on the intent in order to bring it into being. This is how the masters bring about great change, not just within themselves, but also in their surroundings. Chapter 5. The Eternal Fire. The evolution of soul has always been the goal of life. Creation exists so it can better understand itself, exploring self within self. In the eternal state of God, there is no movement, there is no change. In this ultimate state, you cannot redefine who you are. Thus, the lower realms were created where time and change influence and govern all things. Change is constant, time is unending. Yet all things change under their effect. Thus, you are able to redefine who you are over and over again, reaching ever higher on your path toward the ultimate goal, the perfected state of the soul. Search for truth, and you will find it. Search for love, and you will receive it. For all children who open their hearts to the flower of life will receive their gift of fire. Life eternal exists within the all, for the fire that burns eternally sustains it. Search for the flame of your own star. Seek deep within your heart. See how the flame shines and moves in your heart, akin to a divine candle flame that can never be extinguished. This is your true form, the eternal spark of fire that gives you life in this form and the next. Your soul, my children, is the fire that can never cease to shine, the fire that can never cease to be, for its purpose is to be, to create, to shine through eternity, giving life to all things, transforming, transmuting all things into the pureness of God. This should be your goal, my children, to transform the impure nature of density into the purity of God, by the might of the eternal flame that shines bright in your hearts. Your experience of self can never cease to be. The body may be frail, and it may perish in time, yet your true essence lives on, and it will shine brighter with each passing life that you complete in the all. Be not afraid of your own passing, my children, for it is only a stepping stone into your journey toward the greater light, for each life is the next step toward the perfected state of the mind. Each of us has chosen a specific path, a theme that we wish to bring into completion until the end of eternity, where all things merge into one, becoming the one soul, the perfected state of the all. Know that this will come, to be at a time far distant from now, beyond any perception of the children living here on this world. The journey is long, infinite by your perception, yet created with passion. Fill your hearts with joy, and shine your flower of light brighter than ever before. With that, I leave you, children of light. Be well on your journey home.